Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Missoula Maverick baseball. Chris Stratton at Legends Stadium in Butte, Montana, as we get set for the second game of the doubleheader between the Missoula Mavericks and the Butte Miners. Mavericks fell in the first game, 6-5. Miners coming back in the bottom of the sixth to earn 3 runs to take the lead. So now we go to the second game on the day. Going to go ahead and jump into our starting lineups. Missoula Mavericks are the away team, but we always give their lineups last, so we'll go into the lineups for the Butte Miners. Not many changes here, just a few at the bottom of the order. And leading off is Rylan Richards. He'll hang out in left field. Batting second will be the pitcher, number 8, Liam Summer. Number 15, Justin Summers, will be the catcher. He'll bat third. Batting fourth will be Ryan Moudry, number 13. He's hanging out in right field. The second baseman, number 1, Connor Miranda, will bat fifth. Batting sixth will be the center fielder, number 3, Austin Jerry. Number 23, Braden Klobuchar, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Batting eighth will be Ryan Burt. He is the third baseman, and rounding it out will be the shortstop, number 7, Cash Kelly. For the Missoula Mavericks, as James Martin comes to the plate for Missoula, he will lead off at second base. Brennan Buchanan, the shortstop, number 10, will bat second. Batting third will be Dane Frazier, the first baseman, number 7. Caden Heydrich, number 11, will bat fourth. He is the third baseman as Martin settles in. Liam Summer, the pitcher, and the first pitch at 7:25 will be a ball to Martin. Dylan Chalmers, the pitcher, as Martin's going to put this one down foul for strike 1 on the third base line. Chalmers, the pitcher, will bat fifth, number 12. Number 16, Sam Busey, will hang out in left field and bat sixth. Batting seventh will be the center fielder, number 3, Brendan Hill. Bo King will hang out in right field. He'll bat eighth. He's number 6. And number 9, Clayton Frankie, the catcher, will round it out. Here's the Summer pitch, and Martin will foul this one off for strike 2. So a 1-2 count now for the veteran in James Martin. We'll be joined shortly here by Coleman Caton, who has been working with us on play-by-play. This one's down the third base line, and the throw just ahead of Martin for out number 1. So now we go to the shortstop, number 10, Brendan Buchanan. Here's the Summer pitch. Buchanan's going to bounce this one down. Summer not able to get a glove on it. Shortstop tried to barehand it, and Buchanan will be at first to get the Mavericks on. What was that? And the official score tells me it was a hit. So now we go to the first baseman, number 7, Dane Frazier. So 1 out, 1 on, first inning. In the first game, both teams earning runs in the first inning. Let's see what happens in game 2. Liam Summer will throw to first. Caden Heydrich in the on-deck circle. So Frazier to settle in. And he'll face his first pitch. And that one's going to slide over the plate for strike one. Buchanan steps away from first. And the pitch. This one's reached for. It's going to hop into center field. Center fielder will put it in the glove. And that will be out number 2 as Buchanan holds at first. We come to the third baseman now, Caden Heydrich.
Batting number 11, Caden Heydrich.
Heydrich looks down the third base line to get the call from Brent Hathaway, the manager for the Mavericks in his 28th season with Missoula. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be low for a ball. In between games, the Miners recognizing their seniors tonight. Always special, yet it's kind of a double-edged sword when they honor seniors, because it's super special because these young men have been with the program for so long. Buchanan's going to go. The throw to second is off target, and Buchanan will get the base. The pitch thrown was a ball. So we go 2-0 on the count to the third baseman. Dylan Chalmers stands in the on-deck circle. Hydro settles in, and the 2-0. And we'll have ball 3. Was able to say hi for a moment between games to Heydrich's parents who are here, Mr. Hydro, and that should be ball 4. They say 3-1 on the count, so we missed one here. Buchanan at second with a lead. And Hydro will foul this one off for strike 2 to give us a full count at 3-2. 2 outs and a runner at second for the Mavericks. First inning of game 2. Game 1 went to the Miners as they came back in the bottom of the 6th to get the 3 runs they needed for the win. 6-5 over Missoula. Here's the pitch. And Hydro is going to push this one straight up in the air. The catcher's looking for it, and he won't be able to put it in the glove. So Hydro will fight another pitch. Mavericks have been on a tournament tour the last few weeks, and so we haven't seen a few of the parents. It was good to see Mr. Heydrich's smiling face once again. He went with his Hydro's younger brother over for Hoop Fest. Here's the 3-2. And now Hydro will be walked. So with 2 outs, the Mavericks will have runners at first and second on the first walk of the game. And now we get the pitcher, Dylan Chalmers, number 12. The pitch. And we'll have ball 1 to Chalmers. Last time we saw Chalmers was on Sunday. He would pitch the final inning against Northern Idaho to get the shutout. And the last time we saw him at bat was in Rapid City. Dylan getting some time at the plate. The pitch. And that one will slide over the plate for strike 1. Sam Busey in the on-deck circle for Missoula. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Buchanan at second. Heydrich at first. The 1-1 pitch. And Chalmers will foul that one backwards for strike 2. Got a pretty good breeze going here in Butte, as the American flag in right field behind the scoreboard has been standing at attention for most of the afternoon that we've been here. The pitch. And Chalmers will be struck out to finish the inning. So the Mavericks will get one on. They'll leave them there. And we go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. You're listening to Missoula Maverick Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you feel stuck to your computer when cheering on your prep sports hero when you can't make it to the game? Well, now you don't have to. The Missoula Prep Sports Network has an app for all of Missoula's high school sports fans.
How fantastic is that?
Just search Missoula Prep Sports Network in either the iTunes or Google Play App Store and take the game on the go.
Doesn't get any better than this. This is the future.
Missoula Prep Sports Network knows that life is busy and you don't have time to sit by your computer. Download the app and take the game on the go.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless. Leading off for the Miners will be Rylan Richards. Dylan Chalmers on the bump for the Mavericks. Last time we were here, Chalmers getting roughed up. And we get ready to go. So Richards, Summer, and Summers scheduled on the inning. Frankie heads out, has a brief conversation with his pitcher, and we get ready to go. Going into the last time we were here, Chalmers had only thrown 4 or 5 balls last season, or walked only 4 or 5 batters, I should say. Let's rephrase that, as the first pitch will be a ball. This one's hit off the end of the bat into right field, and that one's going to land just fair. It's going to go deep into the corner. Richards is around second, on his way to third as the throw is made, and it'll get there just behind the batter, and a big triple for the Miners to start the game. That'll take us to Liam Summer. No signal from the Butte manager, so Summer will settle in, and Chalmers now with the pitch. And we'll have strike one. But for Chalmers, last time we were here, as I said, 4 or 5 walks last season. He would walk 5 batters by the end of the day. And we'll go even at 1. And folks, it wasn't all on Chalmers' shoulder. We did have an umpire that had a pretty tight strike window. Here is the bat. The throw to first. Runner from third will come home, and that'll be out number 1 as Butte earns the first run of the game. And it clears the bases.
Now batting number 15.
So now we go to the catcher, number 15, Justin Summers. And Summers will foul the first pitch off for strike 1. Ryan Moudry in the on-deck circle for Butte. The pitch. And we'll have strike 2. And Chalmers will strike out the third batter of the inning for out number 2. So that now takes us to Ryan Moudry. The pitch. And that'll be a strike to Moudry. Moudry hanging out in right field in game 2. The pitch. He's going to hit this one off the middle of the bat into left field. Busey looks for it, puts it in the glove, and that's the side. So the Miners take the lead, 1-0. Mavericks look to swing back in the top of the second. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to Legends Stadium in Butte, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by Coleman Caton. Our cameraman is back, folks, and you're going to have some spectacular shots here as we move through the game. We go to the top of the second inning where the Butte Miners lead the Missoula Mavericks 1-0. As we have Sam Busey to lead the inning off for Missoula. Brendan Hill and Bo King scheduled on the inning as well. So Busey comes up to the plate. Liam Summer on the bump. Busey to settle in for his first at-bat in the second game. The pitch. And it'll be inside for a ball. Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle for Missoula. Here's the 1-0. And we'll go to ball 2. Summer has struck out and walked a batter so far today. And this one's into center field. Center fielder danced around, puts it in the glove, and that'll be out number 1. So that takes us to the center fielder, number 3, Brendan Hill, who pitched in the first game. And I don't have confirmation, but I had heard that he might be feeling a little bit under the weather today. So we'll hope he's okay. Here's the pitch. He'll swing on it. Gets contact, but it will be strike 1. Bo King moves to the on-deck circle with 1 out. The pitch. And we'll get ball 1. Summers nods and the stretch. And we'll get ball 2. That one getting away from the catcher. Hill now settling back into the box. Hill did get to the plate in the first game as he fouls that one off to give us an even count at 2. The 2-2. And that one's going to tag Hill in the hands. He's going to take a moment and then get his base off the hit by pitch with 1 out. And that's the first hit by pitch by either side. And the Miners manager will come out and have a question for our officiating crew, and the umpires will gather up. And, you know, that's a great thing about our officiating crew here in Montana. No matter what sport it is, they always do a great job of getting together and making the right call. So now we go to the right fielder, number 6, Bo King. Bose has a special fan in the crowd today, as his older brother Jackson is here. The pitch. And we'll have ball 1. Clayton Frankie in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with 1 out. Summer with the pitch. And that will give us strike 1. Bo had time in center field in the previous game with Hill on the mound. With Hill back in center field, well, that slides King over to right. Here's the 1-1. And time is called just before the pitch is thrown. Miners recognizing their seniors in between games. The pitch. And King will foul this one off for strike 2. Bo looks down the third base line and no signal from Hathaway. So he'll settle back into the box. Brendan Hill at first takes a lead. And we've got a 1-2 pitch on the way. King's going to foul this one off. Out of play. He'll stay alive on the 1-2 count. King now settling back in on the 1-2. The pitch. And we'll get ball 2. In game 1, King was 0 for 2 with a walk, was struck out the second time at bat, walked his third. The pitch. And King will be struck out for out number 2. And that takes us to the bottom of the order for the Mavericks, to number 9, Clayton Frankie, the catcher.
Now batting number 9, Clayton Frankie.
So Frankie now. The throw to first, not on target, and Hill will get to second. He looks down over to third, and Hathaway has him hold up at second. So Frankie now. The pitch. And we'll have ball 1. So Clayton Frankie behind the plate in today's game. It's his usual home. We have seen him on the pitcher's mound early in the season and even a little time in left field as we get ball 2. Both those experiences were in the same game against the Billings Scarlets early in the year. The pitch. And we'll have strike 1. So 2-1 now to Frankie with 2 outs and Hill at second. Mavericks were able to get a runner on in the previous inning, but left him there, and we're hoping that Hill will make his way home. The pitch. And we'll get ball 3. Wind has been consistently strong from the west this afternoon here in Butte. Had to chase some paperwork all over the place earlier. The pitch. And we'll have strike two. So a full count to the catcher at 3-2. James Martin stands in the on-deck circle for Missoula. Summer with the stretch. Frankie's going to hit this one into right field. Right fielder is there. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So the Mavericks will get one on. They'll hold them there, and we go to the the bottom of the second. Miners leading 1-0. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Eden video of the week at mpsn406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. mpsn.com, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, a tint of childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Chris Stratton, Coleman Caton in lovely Butte, America, as the Missoula Mavericks start their final leg of the season, getting into conference play. And we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Miners is Connor Miranda, the second baseman, and the first pitch by Dylan Chalmers will be a strike. Miranda, Jerry, and Klobuchar scheduled up on the inning as we get an even count at 1 off the ball pitch. The pitch. And we'll have strike 2. Miranda thought about taking that one and even leaned into it, but decided better of it. And we'll get an even count at 2. Austin Gary in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. And we'll get a full count at 3-2. Miners with the only run of the game in the bottom of the first. The pitch. That one's down the third base line, and Hydro will bat it down. He'll throw to first. It will be in time, and that will be out. Number 1. So now we move to the center fielder, number 3, Austin.
Now batting number 3, Austin Gary.
Gary. The pitch. And Gary's going to hit this one over Martin's head. Hill will pick it up on the bounce in center field, and the Miners will have a runner at first.
Batting number 23, Braden Lowe.
Now we go to the first baseman, Braden Klobuchar. Klobuchar not playing in the first game, so this is the first chance we get to see him bat. Chalmers to go to first. One down, one on. The pitch. And that's fouled off for strike 1. Klobuchar looks down the third base line, and the Butte Miners manager with the signal. Klobuchar now settles in as the wind takes my sheet away. with the throw to first. Mavericks will go back on the road this weekend to Medicine Hat, as we'll have ball one to Klobuchar. The only games the Missoula Prep Sports Network will not be covering this year are the 3 games at Medicine Hat. The pitch. And we'll have strike 2. Dylan Chalmers, one of the aces for the Mavericks. Brendan Hill right behind him, as Klobuchar will get a piece of it for strike 2, or to keep himself alive with a 1-2 count. Ryan Burt in the on-deck circle. The 1-2. Swung on, and the throw down the line to first. The runner will get back, and we'll have out number 2 on the strikeout. That'll be the second one of the game for Chalmers. Now we go to the third baseman, number 14, Ryan Burt. Runner at first takes his lead. Chalmers checks him, and now the pitch. Burt's going to hit this one foul down the first base line for strike 1. As I mentioned, Burt did not play in the first game, so this is our first look at him today. This will be the 3rd time the Mavericks have played the Butte Miners, in a doubleheader. The pitch. And that'll slide over the plate for strike 2. Coming in, I believe the Mavericks are 3-4 against the Miners, as we have a swing for strike 3, and that is the side. So Chalmers will strike out the last 2 batters to finish out the inning, and we go to the top of the 3rd right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Attention all Legion baseball fans. The Missoula Prep Sports Network will be the exclusive video streaming provider for the Montana-Alberta AA and A Legion tournaments July 18th through August 1st. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to support the coverage of the games, please send us an email and we'll get in touch with you. Join us live from Kalispell, Montana and Miles City, Montana, July 28th through August 1st for state championship drama. MPSN, Legion baseball fans home for the 2018 Montana-Alberta state tournaments.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the 3rd inning, where the Butte Miners lead the Missoula Mavericks 1-0. Joining me today is our cameraman, Colton Caton, giving you those awesome views. If you want to tell us, we'd really love to hear from you. We are on Facebook live right now, as Leon Summers will have the first pitch to James Martin, and it is going to be into the back of Martin to get the Mavericks a runner at first off the hit by pitch. But we'd love to hear from you folks. Go on Twitter, and we are at MPSN 406. First pitch is a ball to Buchanan. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. James Martin stands at first with no outs. Here's the 1-0 to Buchanan. And that'll slide over the plate for strike one. Buchanan, the first hit of the game for the Mavericks in the first inning. Actually, the only hit of the game. The pitch. And we'll get ball two. So 2-1 on the count now with one out and a runner on. And Buchanan will slide out of the way for ball three. Martin holds down first. He steps away from the bag. 3-1. Runner's going to go. Throw is off target, and Martin will get the base. Pitch thrown was a strike to give us a full count at 3-2. So with one out now, the Mavericks with a runner at second. Looking to come back in this doubleheader as the Miners took the first game, 6-5 to 3-2. And that one's off to the end of the bat into right field. That's going to bring Martin around second, over third, on the way home. The throw will not be made, and Buchanan will bring home Martin to give the Mavericks their first run of the game. Earning himself an RBI off the single. And now we go to the first baseman, Dane Frazier, with one out. Frazier settles in. Summers is with a nod, checks the runner at first, and now the pitch. And we'll get strike one. Frazier with a fly out, his first at bat. He would go 3 for 4 with a pair of runs and 2 RBIs in the first game. He's going to hit this one towards the pitcher's mound. The second base or shortstop will get the tag. The throw to first won't be in time. They'll get Buchanan out at second. Buchanan with a friendly pat on the shoulder for the shortstop. And with 2 outs, Mavericks have a runner at first, and Caden Heydrich comes to the plate, and the Miners manager will now come out to our field umpire and get an explanation on the call. Whatever it was brief, and he's on his way back. So Hydro now ready at the plate. One out. Here's the first pitch to Hydro. And he's going to hit this one into right field. Right fielder's tracking it down in the sun. Back pedal. It's in the glove, and Frazier will hold at first. That'll be out number 2. So now we move to the pitcher, number 12, Dylan Chalmers. So Chalmers to settle in. Both teams without a DH in this game, both pitchers batting. And the first pitch will be a strike. Frazier's going to go to second. He'll slide in. The ball will get away and roll into center field, and Frazier is around to third now. And another error scored to the Miners. Pitch thrown was a strike to Chalmers. Sam Busey in the on-deck circle. The 0-1. And we'll get ball one. Chalmers struck out his first at-bat to finish out the first inning. Here's the pitch. And Chalmers will swing for strike 2. Frazier dancing at third. Wanting to come home with 1 out. Summers shakes off the first and now nods the second. Here's the pitch, and Chalmers will foul this one off the end of the bat. Keeps himself alive at 1-2. That one had some good power as it's going to roll back to the plate. And Chalmers will settle back in. Frazier steps away from third. And the pitch. And we'll have ball 2. Coleman and I discussed the pitcher batting in the first inning, and there's a lot of discussion in the MLB to get rid of the DH. And Chalmers will be struck out to finish out the inning. And the Mavericks tie it up at 1 while leaving 1 on. We go to the bottom of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Missoula Prep Sports Network. Garden of Reading has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop into Sacred Grounds for their full-service coffee bar featuring Missoula's best gourmet coffee. While you're there, pick up a pound of Garden of Reading's award-winning fudge and get a half pound for free. Garden of Reading is Missoula's home for the best dietary supplement, Define 8. Garden of Reading is located at 2621 Brook Street. Garden of Reading is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we go to the bottom of the third inning, where the game is tied between the Missoula Mavericks and the Butte Miners here in Butte, America. Leading off for the Miners will be the bottom of their order, number 7, Cash Kelly. Dylan Chalmers' first pitch will be a ball. Kelly at the shortstop position. And that one will be swung on. Gives us an even count at 1. Rylan Richards stands in the on-deck circle. This one will bounce out. Chalmers will pick it up, and the toss to first for out number 1. So we swing to the top of the Miners' order to Rylan Richards, who earned the only run of the game for the Miners in the first inning. He would step to the plate to start things off and get himself a huge triple. And the first pitch to him will slide over the plate for strike 1. Sun starting to make its way to that western horizon. Shadows getting long here in Butte as we have strike 2. Summer beginning to wind down as we get to the month of July. The pitch swung on, and that will be out number 2. Dylan Chalmers with his 4th strikeout of the game. And we move to the Miners pitcher, number 8, Liam Sommer. And the first pitch to Sommer will be a ball. Tied at 1. Miners earned 1 in the first. As we have ball 1. Or ball 2, I apologize. Mavericks come back and earn their first run in the top of this inning. Here's the pitch. And that one's fouled off for strike 1. Chalmers, though, in the second inning would strike out the final 2 batters. Two-one on the count. The pitch. And we get an even count at 2. Justin Summers in the on-deck circle. The pitch. And Chalmers will give us a full count at 3-2. The pitch. And Chalmers will have a strikeout to finish out the inning. So back-to-back strikeouts to end both the second and third inning. We go to the top of the fourth, tied at 1. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 size table ring.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West. Have a store for your hockey. Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton with Coleman Caton, our cameraman, in Butte, America, for the second game of our doubleheader with the Butte Miners. Mavericks and Miners tied at 1. And leading off is the left fielder, Sam Busey. Here is the Liam Summer pitch. It's outside for ball 1. So Busey, Hill, and King scheduled on the inning for the Mavericks, with Busey in the box and Hill in the on-deck circle. Busey will swing on that one for strike 1. Busey, the left fielder for the Mavericks this year, has played well there. And we'll get ball 2. Before James Martin came back from collegiate play, Busey did have a little bit of time at second base. And we even the count out at 2 with a strike pitch. Busey consistent, though, out in left field. The pitch. And we'll have a full count. Busey's dad, though, Adam, makes custom bats for a couple of tournaments the Mavericks have had this year with the pitch, and Busey will be struck out for out number 1. But Adam has made some trophy bats for the Mavericks tournaments, the last 2, the Memorial Day and Memorial Tournament. Pretty special. You can fill your case up with all kinds of trophies, but how many people have baseball bats as a tournament trophy? So now we go to Brendan Hill with 1 out and nobody on. Hill showing bunt. Pitch will be a strike. Hill was hit by a pitch his first at bat. The 0-1. Fouled off for strike 2. Hill, though, one of the more consistent batters for the Mavericks, as he was on the mound in the previous game. And Mavericks started out with a designated hitter, but they would put Heydrich at third, as this one will foul back towards us. And Hill will get time at the plate in that first game. Summers with the pitch. Hill will foul that one off on the 0-2 count to keep himself alive. Bo King in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. The pitch. And Hill will be struck out for out number 2. So Summers with back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the 4th. And we come to Bo King. The pitch. And King will swing on it for strike 1. Clayton Frankie moves to the on-deck circle. Since we are at the bottom of the order, here's the pitch. And King will let that one ride by for ball 1. And we'll get ball 2. So 2-1 on the count to the right fielder. And King having to jump out of the way on the ball pitch. Make it 3-1 on the count. The pitch. And King will be walked to earn himself a base with 2 outs. And that'll be the second walk of the game for Summer. That brings us to the bottom of the order, to the catcher, number 9, Clayton Frankie. Here in the top of the 4th inning, unofficially, Liam Summer, 67 pitches. King now at first. And the pitch. It'll be a ball to Frankie. Summer shakes off the first 2 pitch calls, now nods at the 3rd. The pitch. And we'll have ball 2. The Miners pitcher in the first game, Ryan Wall, pitched all 7 innings. And Frankie will swing for strike 1. And James Martin stands in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. 2 outs, runner at first. The pitch. And we'll have ball 3. So Summer striking out the first 2 batters and then walking the 3rd on the inning. 3-1. And Frankie will foul that off to give us a full count. King back to first. Little dancing around there for King out there. The pitch. King's going to go, and Summers will end the inning on a strikeout. So the Mavericks will get one on. They'll leave them there. We go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 1. You're listening to the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey
Welcome back to Butte, America. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, tied at 1 between the Missoula Mavericks and the Butte Miners. And for the Miners, it's Justin Summers, the catcher. Dylan Chalmers, the first pitch of the inning, and it'll be foul as the first base coach will have to duck out of the way for strike 1. The 3, 4, 5 batters scheduled on the inning. The pitch. And we'll have an even count at 1. Ryan Moudry in the on-deck circle for the Miners. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that'll be strike 2. All-Star, MLB All-Star approaching very quickly as this one's fouled back into the batter. Keeps himself alive at 1-2. Little controversy on some of the picks for the All-Star weekend. The pitch. And this one's going to be hit. Martin over his glove. It's going to roll into right field. Bo King's going to chase it down. The Riders around first to second. The throw is made, and it is not there in time. And the Miners, with no outs, will have a runner standing at second. And we go to the right fielder, number 13, Ryan Moudry. So 1 on and no outs. Bottom of 4. Tied at 1. Dylan Chalmers now with the pitch. And that'll be ball 1. For Moudry, he had a fly out his first at bat to finish out the first inning. And we'll have ball 2. Connor Miranda in the on-deck circle with no outs. Tied at 1, bottom of 4. Scheduled for 7. The pitch. And we'll get ball 3. I believe Moudry was one of the seniors they honored between games. The pitch. And we'll get strike 1 now to Moudry. So Chalmers climbs into the pitch count at 3-1. Runner at second with no outs. Tied at 1. The pitch. And that'll give us a full count at 3-2. Sometimes I wonder with Chalmers whether he gets behind in the pitch count just to mess with the batter's head, because he's got a laser and he is extremely accurate with it. This one's going to be fouled straight up in the air. Frankie's going to try to get to it. I don't think it's going to be in play. It'll be just out of play as Frankie is up against the screen here in front of us. Batter will stay alive at a full count at 3-2. I mean, Dylan Chalmers is the kind of pitcher that he has the ability to get behind in the count and work himself back in. The pitch. This one's going to be hit into center field. Hill's back there. He's racing for it with the dive. Can't put it in the glove. Runner at second will tag. He'll come around third on his way home. The throw is made. Runner is at the batter is at third. And the Miners will take a 2-1 lead off the Moudry triple. And now we go to the second baseman, Ryan Miranda, with no outs. The pitch. And it'll slide over the plate for strike 1. Austin Gary in the on-deck circle. The pitch. This one's going to be bounced forward. It'll be picked up by Buchanan. The throw to first will be over the head of Frazier. The runner from third will score, and the Miners will have another run scored and a runner at first off the error. So now with no outs, we go to the center fielder, Austin Gary. And the Miners earning 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. And that'll be inside for ball 1. The pitch. And it's high for ball 2. Braden Klobuchar in the on-deck circle. Runner at first steps away. And the pitch. This one's going to be foul down the third base line. Busey's trying to get there, but it's going to be out of play as Busey slides into the fencing down the third base line. It'll be strike 1. So Gary will settle in. And the pitch. This one's going to be in a center field. Hill will have a play on it. He does put it in the glove, and the runner will head back to first, and that will be out number 1 on the inning for the Miners. As we go to the first baseman, number 23, Braden Klobuchar. Miners stacking 2 runs on the board to take a 3-1 lead. And it looks as though the Miners are going to warm up a pitcher. That is number 13, Ryan Moudry, in the bullpen now. The pitch. And we'll have ball 1. Runner at first steps away. And the 1-0. Fouled off to give us strike 1. Ryan Burt goes to the on-deck circle for the Miners as we make our way through the Butte lineup for the second time on the game. The throw to first. That one's going to get out of the Frazier glove. Runner's going to go to second. And the Mavericks will be scored with an error. Mavericks need to tighten in here. The pitch. And we'll have ball 2. Things getting away from the Mavericks a little bit here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. And we'll have strike 2. So an even count at 2 for the first baseman. Klobuchar struck out his first at bat. And he'll swing on that one for strike 3. And that'll be out number 2.
Batting number 14, Ryan Burt.
And we go to Ryan Burt, who will swing on the first pitch for strike 1. Runner at second. And Connor Miranda. The pitch. And we'll get ball 1. 2 outs, runner at second. Miners with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th so far. They lead the Mavericks 3-1. The 1-1. That one's going to be hit off the grips. Chalmers can't get to it, and Martin can't pick it up. So the runner will reach on the air, and with 2 outs, the Miners will have runners on the corners. Now we go to the bottom of the order to Cash Kelly as Clayton Frankie gets the signal from the dugout to signal the field on the out. Kelly comes in and is ready for the pitch from Chalmers. Bunt showing down the third base line. Hydra will pick it up. The throw to first is there, and that's the side. So the Miners will earn 2. They will leave 2. And we go to the top of the 4th with the Mavericks searching for runs. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you feel stuck to your computer when cheering on your Prep Sports hero when you can't make it to the game? Well, now you don't have to. The Missoula Prep Sports Network has an app for all of Missoula's high school sports fans.
How fantastic is that?
Just search Missoula Prep Sports Network in either the iTunes or Google Play App Store and take the game on the go.
It doesn't get any better than this. This is the future.
Missoula Prep Sports Network knows that life is busy and you don't have time to sit by your computer. Download the app and take the game on the go.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are in Butte, America for a doubleheader with the Miners. Mavericks down 3-1. Top of the 5th inning, and a new man comes to the bump for the Miners in Ryan Moudry. Moudry moving to the pitcher's mound, and Summers going to right field. So Liam Summers, 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 1 run allowed off of 3 hits, 73 pitches, 43 of which were across the plate. Top of the order for the Mavericks here in the top of the 5th, and James Martin, the second baseman. And the pitch. Martin's going to send this one into left field. Left fielder is looking for it. It's in the glove, and that will be out number 1. So we go to Brendan Buchanan, the shortstop.
Number 10, Brendan Buchanan.
The pitch, and Buchanan's going to put this one down the first base line, foul for strike 1. Buchanan, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and an RBI. In the first game, he would go 2 for 4 with a run. Here's the Moudry pitch, and we'll have ball 1. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. The pitch, and fouled off for strike 2. Top of the 5th on a 7-inning game. Miners with a 3-1 lead. Here's the pitch, and Buchanan will foul this one high over the Maverick dugout on the first base line. And with a 1-2 count, he'll stay alive. We saw Moudry warming up in the bullpen in the last half inning. With 1 out, nobody on, here's the 1-2. And we'll have a even count at 2 now. Caden Heydrich will come out and snag the ball from behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Buchanan will hit this one off the grips. It's straight up in the air. The catcher's calling for it, puts it in the glove, and that is out. Number 2. So that takes us to the first baseman. Number 7, Dane Frazier. Frazier settles in with 2 outs. The pitch. And that one's across the elbow of Frazier for ball 1. The pitch. And we get strike 1. Caden Heydrich now in the on-deck circle. And Frazier will let that one go by for ball 2. Frazier 1 for 2, singled his last at bat. Had a fly out, his first. The 2-1. And Frazier will bounce this one to the second baseman. He'll pick it up in the dirt. The throw to first is there, and that is the side. So it is 1, 2, 3 for the Mavericks in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the Miners leading 3-1. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton in Butte, America, joined by our cameraman, Coleman Caton, as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 18, Rylan Richards.
And coming to the plate for the Miners is the top of the order, Rylan Richards. Dylan Chalmers' first pitch will be a ball. Richards is going to hit this one into the gap in right field. He's around second, on his way to third, and the throw is made. No, he's going to get back at the tag. Did they get him? They're going to punch him out at second. So a marvelous hit by Richards. But he'll get tagged out at second for out number 1. Here's the pitch now to Liam Summer. And that will be a ball. He'll reach for it. Buchanan will pick it up in the dirt. The throw to first, and we'll have out number 2. So now we go to Justin Summers.
Batting number 15, Justin Summers.
And Dylan Chalmers here in the top of the 5th, 65 pitches in. And the first pitch to Summers will be over the plate for strike 1. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. And we'll go even at 1. Ryan Moudry in the on-deck circle. And this one's going to be down the line and in the glove of Bo King, and that will retire the side. Lawrence King trying to tell me that Thomas Martin warming up for the Mavericks. We go to the top of the 6th with the Miners leading 3-1. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Eden video of the week at mpsn406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. npsn.com, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to Butte, America, as the sun is making its way across the horizon. The shadows getting long here at Legend Stadium, up on the hill overlooking the city of Butte. What a gorgeous view it is here. What a great place to watch a game. Miners lead the Mavericks 3-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Mavericks have Caden Heydrich up, the 4, 5, 6 batters scheduled on the inning. Ryan Moudry in for his 2nd inning on the bump for the Miners as Heydrich makes his way to the plate. Dylan Chalmers in the on-deck circle. So Heydrich, Chalmers, and Busey scheduled on the inning. The pitch. And Hydro is going to bounce this one out. Third baseman will pick it up on the bounce. The throw to first will not be there. Hydro will get to second off the overthrow. They're going to say 3, and Hydro's now around to third as the ball bounces in. And he dances. Hathaway says, "Stop right there, young man." And the Mavericks trying to swing back into it here with Heydrich. With a big hit to put him at third. Error. The hit gets him on. The error sends him to third. Here's the pitch to Chalmers now. And the first pitch to Dylan Chalmers will be a strike. Chalmers has been struck out both his times at the plate. Here's the pitch. And we'll have strike 2. No outs and 1 on. Bottom of 6. Mavericks trying to rally back as the Miners did in the first game. And Chalmers will hit this one off the middle of the bat. It's going to roll to the second baseman. The throw to first will be there this time. Hydro comes across the bag, and the Mavericks will make it 3-2 with Chalmers out at first. Now we go to the left fielder, number 16, Sam Busey. The pitch. Busey will let that one ride by for ball 1. And Busey 0 for 2 with a strikeout his last at-bat. The pitch. And this one's off the middle of the bat. It's over the shortstop's head. It's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. And Busey will get on with 1 out. That takes us to the center fielder, Brendan Hill. And that Sun is in a tough spot for the first baseman as the first baseman is using his glove to shield it. That's tough if you've got to throw to first and Hill's going to foul the first pitch back for strike one. If you're Sam Busey and you see that, you might stretch out there a little bit more to make it difficult for that first baseman. That throw to first might be tough. Hill with the bunt, fouled off for strike two. One out. One on. The pitch. And Hill will hit this one off the middle of the bat. And he'll stay alive on the 0-2 count. That one falling right in front of the Maverick dugout. So in the last half inning, when the Mavericks were on the defensive side, we had Thomas Martin warming up in the Maverick bullpen. The 0-2. And that one's going to tag Hill in the arm. And he's going to reach off a hit by pitch for the second time today. And now we go to Bo King.
Batting number 6, Bo King.
So King to settle in with runners at first and second and one out. The pitch. And it'll slide over the outside of the plate for strike one. The 0-1. And King will let that one go by for strike two. Clayton Frankie in the on-deck circle.
Should be 3-2. No, not the count, but score. Sorry.
The pitch. And King will have to duck out of the way as that one comes across the nose for ball one. King walked his last at bat. Mavericks with runners at first and second with one out. And King's going to hit this one over the first baseman's head. They're going to go ahead and nope, they're going to hold up the runner at third, and with one out, the Mavericks will load the bases. And here comes the catcher, Clayton Frankie. Mavericks trying to get back into this one. They're down 3-2. Tying run at third with Clayton Frankie and one out. The pitch. And the first pitch will be a strike. Runners step away from their bags. Frankie settles in. And the pitch. And he'll swing for strike two. James Martin stands in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with one out. The pitch. And Frankie's going to foul this one off. Martin will duck out of the way. And Frankie will stay alive at 0-2. Clayton is 0 for 2 on the game. In the first game, he would get walked and earned a run. Did reach off of an error his first at bat. And he'll hit this one out. It's going to roll the throw home. And they say safe at home as Busey comes along or slides over. Sam Busey will earn a run. run to tie it up at 3. And the Mavericks will keep the bases loaded as we swing to the top of the order to James Martin.
Batting number 2, James Martin.
1 out. Tie game in the top of the 6th inning. Miners got the win in the first game, 6-5. Mavericks looking to go 500 on the doubleheader. And Martin will check swing that one foul for strike 1. This would be a huge moment for the veteran. Hush on the crowd as Moudry with the pitch, and Martin's got a duck. The pitch gets away. That'll bring Hill home, and the Mavericks take a 4-3 lead with runners at second and third and 1 out, and an even count at 1 to James Martin. And now the Miners coaching staff will come out and visit with their pitcher. And he wants all of his infield to come in with him as well. And he's going to have a little conference with everybody on the infield. Folks, if you're getting ready to head out on your summer adventure, maybe you're heading to the lake, the river, camping, or maybe just to get away for a little while, stop in and see our friends at Fast Trip Conoco on South Reserve. Fast Trip Conoco with the most convenient gas pumps and a car wash parked right in the parking lot in Magic Touch. Fast Trip Conoco, a proud sponsor of sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. A 1-1 pitch now to James Martin with runners at second and third. And that one will slide over the plate for strike 2. Brendan Buchanan in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Martin thought about that one, but lets it go, and we even the count out at 2. He leaned pretty heavy over the plate. Bo King at third. And Clayton Frankie at second. And that pitch will get away. Here comes King home. And the Mavericks will make it 5-3 now, with Frankie at third. And a full count at 3-2 to the second baseman, James Martin. The pitch. And Martin will be walked. And now we go to the shortstop, Brendan Buchanan. He looks down the third base line, and Hathaway with his hands on his hips. So Buchanan will settle in. Frankie steps away from third. And Martin from first. The pitch. And Buchanan will foul this one backwards for strike 1. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The Mavericks with 4 runs earned so far. They've got a threat at third in Clayton Frankie. Here's the 0-1. And Buchanan will swing on it for strike 2. So 0-2 now to the shortstop. Runners at first and third step away from the bag. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. Moudry now with the 0-2. And this one's fouled off into the bullpen down the first base line. And that will keep Buchanan alive at the 0-2. Looks like Mama King and Jackson King standing down above the bullpen on the first base line, getting a bird's eye view. Runners step away from their bases, and the 0-2 on its way. And that one's going to tag Buchanan in the shoulder, loading the bases back up with one out. And Lawrence tells me a delayed steal. So now we come to Dane Frazier with one out.
Now batting number 12, Dylan Chalmers.
Actually, we've got Dane Frazier. Here's the pitch. And Frazier will foul it off for strike one. The 0-1. And Frazier's got to get the chin out of the way as that one slides across to get us even at one. Loaded bases for the Mavericks with one out and the pitch on the way, and it's going to be in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher to keep that one in front of him. The Mavericks have earned 2 runs off of wild pitches so far in this inning. Buchanan at first, Martin at second, and Frankie at third. The pitch. And Frazier will put this one right in the glove of the shortstop. Runners will hold, and that'll be out number 2. So now we go to the kid, number 11, Caden Heydrich. That puts Dylan Chalmers into the on-deck circle. Loaded bases with 2 outs, top of the 6th. Mavericks lead 5-3, earning 4 runs so far. And the first pitch to Hydro is a strike. Caden, 1 for 3 with a single and a run, his last at the plate, or 1 for 2, a walk his first at bat. That pitch will slide over the plate for strike 2. So the Miners now looking to see if they can close the valve up here on the Mavericks. The 0-2. And Hydro will foul this one off. Keeps himself alive. Mudry now 43 pitches in on his time on the bump. Nobody in either bullpen. So the managers letting their pitchers roll. The pitch. And we'll have ball 1 to Hydro. The Miner fans not happy with the call. Shadow's getting very long here on the Miners field. The 1-2 pitch. And Hydro's going to have this one high into right field. Right fielder's looking for it in the glove, and that's the side. So the Mavericks will earn 4. They'll leave 3, and they lead 5-3 going into the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Attention all Legion baseball fans. The Missoula Prep Sports Network will be the exclusive video streaming provider for the Montana, Alberta AA and A Legion tournaments July 18th through August 1st. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to support the coverage of the games, please send us an email and we'll get in touch with you. Join us live from Kalispell, Montana and Miles City, Montana, July 28th through August 1st for state championship drama. MPSN. Legion baseball fans home for the 2018 Montana, Alberta state tournaments.
Welcome back to Butte, America. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by Coleman Caton my trusty cameraman who did color commentary in the first game with me, but wanted to just relax and enjoy the sunset in the baseball game in Game 2, so we let him do it. Dylan Chalmers on the bump for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 6th, where Missoula leads Butte 5-3, picking up 4 runs in the last half inning. For the Miners, it will be their pitcher, Ryan Moudry, number 13, to lead off the inning. Moudry, Miranda, and Gary scheduled. Here's the Chalmers pitch, and it'll be hit fair. King trying to get there, and that one is going to land foul. Looked like it was going to be fair, and it'll be strike 1. Thomas Martin back in the bullpen for the Mavericks, warming up. Looks like Braden Jacobson, the catcher, and Connor Daniels, the guard. So 0-1 on the count. The pitch. And we'll have strike 2. Moudry, 1 for 2, had a triple with an RBI and a run his last at bat. The pitch. And this one's going to be high over second base. Hill on the run. The dive, and can't get it in the glove, and the runner will get on to start the inning. That goes to the second baseman, Connor Miranda, now for the Miners. Good effort by Hill, though, to come up on that one. He had a long ways to travel. The first pitch to the left-hander will be a ball. So 1-0. Chalmers now with the stretch. And that one will slide over the plate for strike 1. Miranda reached off of an error. His last at bat, grounded out his first. And this one will bounce out. Chalmers with the throw to second, the tag, the throw down the line to first, and the Mavericks will turn the 1-4-3 double play to clear the bases. Now we go to the center fielder, Austin Jerry, this number 3. So the center fielder will settle in. Shadows over most of the infield now as he'll swing on the first pitch for strike 1. Thomas Martin still warming up in the pen. And we'll have an even count at 1 off the ball pitch. Braden Klobuchar in the on-deck circle for the Miners as they celebrated their seniors tonight between games. And we'll have ball 2. The center fielder is 1 for 2, had a single his first time at the plate. As we go 3-0 on the count, I misheard the strike call. And that one's fouled off to get a strike 1.
Oh, that's right. It's 2. Strike 2.
Okay, so we do have strike 2. And fouling off to keep himself alive is the center fielder. So a full count at 3-2. Chalmers with a deep breath and the stretch. And the batter will be struck out for the side. So we go to the top of the 7th with the Mavericks looking to build on their 5-3 lead. You're listening to Missoula Maverick Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their size indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into Garden of Reading has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop into Sacred Grounds for their full-service coffee bar featuring Missoula's best gourmet coffee. While you're there, pick up a pound of Garden of Reading's award-winning fudge and get a half pound for free. Garden of Reading is Missoula's home for the best dietary supplement, Define 8. Garden of Reading is located at 2621 Brook Street. Garden of Reading is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton, joined by Coleman Caton, our cameraman, giving you those awesome views on the camera. Really appreciate the hard work he does for us on these games. We've missed him, and I'm sure the fans that have been watching have missed his camera work as well. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, where the Mavericks lead 5-3 over the Miners, and leading off is the pitcher, Dylan Chalmers. So Chalmers, Busey, and Hill scheduled on the inning. Ryan Moudry with his first pitch of the inning. And Chalmers will slice this one foul for strike one. Chalmers 0 for 3, struck out his first 2 at-bats. The pitch. And this one's hit right at the pitcher. It's going to roll by the second baseman, and Dylan Chalmers will get himself on for the first time tonight. And that will take us to the left fielder, number 16, Sam Busey.
Number 16, Sam Busey.
Sun still just right in that first baseman's sight as Busey ducks on the pitch for ball one. Ryan Moudry coming in the 5th inning for Liam Summer, and he's been consistent throughout. And we'll get ball 2. Mavericks, though, in the previous inning did earn 2 runs off of wild pitches, 2 of their 4. And we'll get to ball 3 now. Mavericks did have play in the bullpen with Thomas Martin, but we have not seen anything out of the Miners bullpen. We have had a couple of visits as we get strike one to Busey. Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle. Busey awaiting the pitch. And Busey will get walked for the Mavericks to have runners at first and second now. And that'll be the second walk of the game for Moudry, the 4th by the Miners. So with no outs, Mavericks with runners at first and second. And Hill settles in. The pitch. Hill with a good bunt laid down the third base line, picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first will be there. The sac bunt, though, does its job as movement on the bases puts runners at second and third. The sac bunt, such a critical part of the game, and the guys coming out of the dugout to high five Hill as he heads back in. Now we go to the right fielder, number 6, Bo King. Runners at first and second second and third with 1 out. The pitch. And it'll be strike 1 to King. Bo with a huge single his last at bat. The pitch. He'll swing on it for strike 2. Clayton Frankie in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Bottom of the 7th, we'll see the bottom of the order for the Miners. We did see Thomas Martin warming up, so we might see a pitching change. We'll hold off, though, until we actually get confirmation. The 0-2. And King will have that one off the hands. He'll stay alive with the 0-2. That one looked like it came right off of the knuckles. The pitch. And King will be struck out for out number 2. So now we move to the bottom of the order to Clayton Frankie.
Now batting number 9.
That'll be the first strikeout of the game for Moudry. So Frankie now settling in with 2 outs and runners at second and third. The wind calming down here as the American flag over the scoreboard in right field is actually flapping instead of standing at attention. First pitch to Frankie is a ball. Dylan Chalmers stands at third. Sam Busey at second. And Frankie did get tagged on it. It would look like it was close from up here, and that'll load the bases up. As the veteran James Martin comes to the plate.
Now batting number 2, James Martin.
Martin now waits for his first pitch, and he's going to crank this one's over the shortstop's head. That'll bring Chalmers home from third. Busey comes around from second, around third. They'll bring Frankie around from first. He'll come home, and the Mavericks will earn 3 runs off the Martin double. And here comes the cannon, Brendan Buchanan, to the plate with 2 outs.
Now batting number 10, Brendan Buchanan.
And this one will be blasted into right field. It's in the glove, and that is the side. So the Mavericks cap the inning off with 3 runs. They leave 1 on. And we go to the bottom of the 7th where it's all or nothing for the Miners. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Butte, America, where the sun is making its way over the western horizon. The Mavericks in the bottom of the 7th lead the Miners 8-3, and the first batter, Klobuchar, will have this one to Buchanan. The throw to first is ahead of the runner, and that'll be out number 1. Bottom of the order, Klobuchar, Burt, and Kelly, as Ryan Burt, the third baseman, comes to the plate. 1 down. The Miners looking to see if they can rally. They did in the first game in the 6th inning to get a 6-5, and we actually have Buney at the plate now for the Miners. Miners trying to do whatever they can to get themselves into this game. So Butte now, his first at-bat of the day. The pitch. It'll be high for a ball. We did not see Butte in the first game, and he's coming in to hit here now in the bottom of the 7th, as we'll have ball 2 by Chalmers. Dylan Chalmers standing tall on the bump for the Mavericks through all 7 innings. We did see Thomas Martin, as this one's fouled off, to get a strike 1. And Thomas Martin continuing to warm up in that bullpen down the first base line for the Mavericks. 1 out, nobody on, and the 2-1. Swung on for strike 2. Cash Kelly in the on-deck circle. Actually, that's number 4. And we'll have a full count now to Butte. Scout Allen in the on deck. And the batter struck out for out number 2. And that'll be number 8 for Mr. Chalmers, as Scout Allen now comes to the plate.
Number 4, Scout Allen.
Umpire making sure that everybody recognizes the new batter as he points to the press box and to the Maverick dugout. So 2 outs, nobody on. Mavericks with an 8-3 lead. First pitch to Allen will slide over the plate for strike 1. Dylan Chalmers with the pitch. That one will be foul back for strike 2. Mavericks with 8 runs off of 8 hits so in this game. And the pass ball, Frankie with the throw to first, and that is the game, folks. So the Mavericks pick up the win 8-3 over the Miners to go 500 against Butte on the doubleheader. Dylan Chalmers with 92 pitches overall, allowed 3 runs off of 5 hits, struck out 8 in the 7 innings he pitched. The Mavericks get the win 8-3. They would earn their 8 runs off of 8 hits, had 3 errors, and left 7 on. The Miners picked up their 3 runs off of 5 hits. They had 3 errors, and they would hang 4 on. So the Mavericks go 500 on the day on the doubleheader with the Miners. They will have their next game in Canada on Saturday. Missoula Prep Sports Network's next coverage will be against the Kalispell Lakers in Kalispell 1 week from today. We want to thank all of the fans for tuning in and watching the game on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. The Mavericks and the Miners appreciate your viewing, supporting them, cheering them on. Greatly appreciated. I want to personally thank our cameraman, Coleman Caton, for being back and doing such a wonderful job on the camera. I know the fans missed you, Coleman, because you do a great job of really getting in there on those shots, and we greatly appreciate the work that you do. So thank you very much, Coleman, for coming back. We'll have him back again as we go to Kalispell in a week. The Mavericks pick up the win, 8-3. We want to thank all of our sponsors for supporting Maverick baseball. If you're out and about in the community, you happen to use one of these sponsors or see somebody with a company shirt or company vehicle, take 30 seconds to thank them for their support. Fuel Fitness, Stitches, Garden of Eden, just to name the first few. Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf, Mike's Print and Copy, Milk Crate Media 406, Fast Trip Conoco, Grand Slam Travel, and last but not least, our good friend Kyle Cunningham at Cunningham Law. The Missoula Mavericks pick up the win 8-3. They fall in game one, 6-5 to go 500. Have a great rest of your week, folks, and be safe over the weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well,